We're giving away food, medicine, clothing. Keep them alive.
I've been doing this now for about 30 years. In the beginning, it was just me doing it on credit cards. But after meeting Jim and Walt, it just kept getting bigger and bigger.
I told him, I said, now, look, Ed, you know, you're going to doing some of these things you've been doing. I want to go, and I'll help pay for it. You call my ass. I want to do this. He runs the ship, and I understand it. And we get along well that way.
Jim is the medical guy, and he does doctor shit occasionally when we're in the field.
He's the horse. I've met him. He's not the horse. Who's the horse?
Ed and Jim together is pretty powerful, and then I just kind of stand behind him.
Walt's real pragmatic, account for everything we spend, do the reports.
People need to get out of this country and open their eyes, and most people don't. This kind of work just opened my eyes.
These are our rules. We're not in a God business. We don't want to change their politics or their religion. It must be high adventure. It must be humanitarian. And it's got to be in an area where few would ever go. If it doesn't hit those criteria, we're not interested. The other humanitarian organizations had already pulled out of Afghanistan, and here we are going into a war zone.
We've already always thought out every damn scenario, including getting shot, you know. I told you, I've decided to live my life to the fullest, and there isn't anything we're doing that we don't want to do.
I've been doing this long enough to know that sometimes you have to rely on that gut instinct, that hair on the back of the neck kind of a thing that leads you. This is not me telling a story because I need to hear it. I've told the story hundreds of times. We're going to places that are high risk. You got to be able to bend with the wind. This is our 6th mission into Afghanistan. There are a number of places we're going to go, but the final stop on this trip will be Bamiyan. We promised we'd return.
Everybody thought we were crazy to go into Afghanistan when everybody's coming out. I mean, you know, surely they're going to think you're some kind of cowboy or something, you know. But we've done our homework.
Sometimes what we do seems totally inconsequential to the overall plight of many of these people. But the person we hand that food to, as long as they're eating that food, they're alive. Maybe just one person.
I had a passport, had one stamp in it when I met Ed, you know. And since I met Ed, I've been completely around the world, probably 8 or 9 times. Yeah, Napoleon's my hero. This is kind of my Napoleon room. Now, I have a death mask of Napoleon. I don't know if your guys are interested. It's a good one. They made it the night that he died. Plaster cast of his head was made by one of the physicians on the island. This is a pretty good one. He's the first ruler of a major country that advanced people on merit, not on birthright. Now, this is my Napoleon library. Oh, by the way, all 6 species of quail that exist in North America, okay? If it flies, it dies. Almost all the grouse species that exist, okay? I haven't quite got all of them. This is the Mudlick Railroad, okay? Ah, my train, son. Come on, I'll take you for a ride. Yeah, I really like this train.
Jim is my best friend today. He makes me look normal. I mean, here's a guy that lives on a 38-acre piece of property, has a 5-acre lake with an amusement train all around it, 3/4 of a mile. Sits there in his underwear drinking cognac in his little train.
This is an 18th century French field cannon. This is a lot of fun shooting these guns. What a toy. What a toy.
He has a 10-car garage full of military vehicles.
I'm gonna be a kid all my life if I have anything to do about it. I'm against death. I'm against all the things that go with it, okay? Well, we're going to put a pacemaker. A little lady's had open heart surgery, had a mitral valve replacement. She needs AV sequential pacing, so I'm going to go ahead and put in a permanent pacemaker to get that. I went into the Army when I was 18. This is me right here in Germany. That was in 1958. I volunteered to become a paratrooper. That's what I went in there for, okay, was to experience that, and by God, I experienced it. Did a little beer drinking in Germany. Some more beer drinking in Germany. Some more beer drinking in Germany. We got married when I was in the Army, so I decided to get out of the Army and go to school. Well, at one time I wanted to be a preacher, and I knew damn well I wasn't going to make a good preacher. Wasn't any doubt about it. And so the next thing I know, I was in osteopathic medical school, and here I am, 30-something years later. And I enjoyed every minute of it. And yet, it doesn't take 24 hours a day to do that. I do try to find other things to do. And one of them has been to be involved with these missions with Edward. I don't go to my condo in Florida as much as I used to go because I can't afford to be out of practice that much and still go on these missions. Well, this is a tragic thing of war. Here's a 12-year-old kid hit with a rocket, shrapnel into the abdomen. So it's a pretty tragic situation. It looks like they've done a very, very good job in taking care of him. You guys are to be complimented, okay? You listen to his ticker here. I'm a cardiologist, by the way. I never did expect to make a lot of money as a doctor. I had no inkling. You know, we do spend our own money on these things. So maybe that's a way to return some of it, you know. Well, this is a tragic thing of war. Here's a 12-year-old kid hit with a rocket, shrapnel into the abdomen. So it's a pretty tragic situation. It looks like they've done a very, very good job in taking care of him. You guys are to be complimented, okay? You listen to his ticker here. I'm a cardiologist, by the way. I never did expect to make a lot of money as a doctor. I had no inkling. You know, we do spend our own money on these things. So maybe that's a way to return some of it, you know.